Hey guys, we're going to work on practice sheet 15. So we have kind of a new problem on this one that we're going to look at. So basically, we've done this before, but we did it where it looked like this, or we would give you x values. Well, basically our x value is 3, okay? So that means for here, right here, we would put 5 times x, which is 3, and take away 8. So once you solve that, that's your y value. Okay, number 2, hopefully we know this is add, subtract. So this goes left. Normal subtraction also left, right? So same sum, add to the left. So it should be a negative answer. Number 3, what is the constant rate of change? Remember, constant rate of change is delta y over delta x. Change in y over change in x. Okay? So, change in y, remember it's down, but we put it up. So each time this is changing by 1. Okay? Now your job is to figure this one out, and that goes right there. Number 4, Cassie bought 4 bags of soil for her flower bed. So the first thing I notice is this, okay, easy to miss, so I'm just going to write the number. Each bag of soil costs $27.75. Well, it should say costs, I think. If there's $9.44 tax charged on the purchase, what is the total purchase price? So we have 4 bags, right? You do not have to draw this. I'm just explaining how it works. So this is 1 bag. It costs $27.75. And the next one also costs $27.75. And the next one costs $27.75. Okay, so your job is to find that total, right? Once you get that, what we call subtotal, you have to add the tax. They already calculated it for us, so we need to add it on there. So y'all solve for that. Number 5, what is the area of the triangle shown? Some of us know that formula, some of us are not quite there. Area, triangle, A equals half BH. Please always look at your formula chart. It's there for a reason. So half base height. It doesn't matter which is which, it just has to have the right angle. So your job is either multiply 24 times 20.7, then take that and divide by 2, or you can do half of 24, that's what I would do, half of 24 and then multiply by 20.7. Okay, number 6. We've kind of talked about this, but I really haven't had you do it by yourself yet. So we're going to work on this. So this says, write the equation of the line for the table shown below. Okay? So the 2 equations we know are y equals kx and y equals mx plus b. So we have to figure out which one we're going to use. So remember, first of all, we find the constant rate of change, which is always m. Sometimes k, but always m. Okay, so delta y, how much is it between these? And hopefully you know each time it goes up by 4. Okay, then the change in x, remember the x, even though it's up, I put it down. Each time it goes up by 1. So that's 4 over 1 or 4. Okay, so my constant rate of change is 4 over 1 or 4. But I still don't know which equation to use. So I have to see if the table goes through 0, 0. If it's 0, 0, I use this one. If it doesn't, I use this one. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 19 minus 4 is 15. 15 minus 4 is 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. So it does not go through 0, 0. Therefore, it is not this equation. Okay? So it's this one here. So that means it's not K. So we only know M. M is what? 4 over 1 or 4. So I'm going to replace the M with a 4. And then the number that tells me that it's not proportional, what number tells me it's not proportional? 3 plus 3. Okay? Okay. Number 7. The amount of shore at a local beach changes by -3/4 foot each year. What is the change in the amount of shore after 7 years? So basically what this is saying is they're losing some of the beach, a little less than a foot every year. So I don't know if the sand gets washed away, if the oceans are rising, but we lose 3/4 of a foot each year. And this happened for 7 years. So it changed by 3 4/4 foot in 1 year, another 3 4/4 another. They keep losing more and more. So the water is coming in or the sand is going away. 3/4 of a foot every year. Then it says for 7 years. Okay? So, number 1, negative times positive is going to give me a negative. Okay? Now, your job, multiply. There's no relationship, I can tell you. 3 times 7, 4 times 1, and then make it mixed. And make sure you keep the negative. Keep the negative. Okay. Number 8, find the area of the composite shape. So again, we have 2 shapes. So this one we haven't done a lot of. We have a trapezoid here. Okay. We want to make sure we can do these. I love trapezoids. Okay. And we have a rectangle. So we have a trapezoid and we have a rectangle. I'm only going to do one of these with you. You're going to do this one alone. Okay? So area of a trapezoid. I know it's a trapezoid because it has one set of parallel sides. Area of a trapezoid is right here. A equals half, parentheses, B1 plus B2 times H. Half, add the bases times the height. Half, add the bases times the height. Add the bases times the height. Half. So B1 and B2, those are the ones that are parallel. So this one and this one are parallel. So this is 13, and that's 24. 13 plus 24. And then the height is 4. Okay? So 13 plus 24, because think of PEMDAS or GEMDAS if you're looking at the grouping symbols. 24 plus 13 is 37, right? I don't want to lose any of my numbers. These two together made 37. What I would do is I would do half of 4 times 37. Do half of 4 and then whatever you get times 37. That will give you the area of the trapezoid. Okay, half of 4 times 37. Then you're going to do this one. And your final step would be to add the 2 areas. Add those 2 areas. Okay, number 9. Circle the numbers that are integers. Okay, so integers, remember, everything is integers until we get to decimals and fractions, unless they're trying to trick you. So the first thing I want to do is look and find any decimals and fractions. I want to get rid of those. So that one, not an integer. Not an integer. Not an integer. Even though it's a negative, it has a decimal. No fractions, no decimals. Everything else here is an integer, because integers can be negative, integers can be positive, integers can be 0. Okay, but no decimals. Okay, last one you're going to do yourself. Positive times negative is a negative, and then you multiply the two numbers.